Today I'm going to be doing a quickie installation video of the genuine Honda window visors for the 10th generation Honda Civic Hatchback. Now in the background here I've got my 2017 Honda Civic Type R hatchback, and of course on the factory windows here there are no visors, which means that I can't really crack the windows open when it's raining out to let a bit of fresh air in when I don't want to use my air conditioner. So I actually ordered the visor kit. You can see here it's a 08R04 TGG-100A. Cost is about, I think, $140 or so from Honda Canada, and it can be installed in about 45 minutes time or less. And you just use some basic hand tools here. You need a ruler, a roll of sticky masking tape. Painter's tape won't work. I'm using electrical tape here because I just like the tackiness of it, as well as a razor blade. Other things that might be handy would be to have, like, say, a rag on hand, just so that you can press against the window visor's adhesive strips once you set it in place without scratching the visors. So let's go ahead and get started. Now the first step that I take before I do any work on the exterior of the car is to make sure that the vehicle is thoroughly cleaned and free of any oil and dirt and insects and bird droppings. Now before we begin our installation of our visors, Honda accessories do not typically come with instructions inside the box, but you can download them for free from www.collegehillshonda.com, where you put in your vehicle as well as the accessory, and it'll show the installation instructions for the accessory in question. Next, turn the ignition on and open up all the windows all the way down. Okay guys, so you're gonna have to pardon the mess here in my garage. It's a bit of a disaster. It's been months since I've been able to get to cleaning it out. And so we're just gonna go ahead, open up our box to reveal the goods inside. So what's included with the visor kit is pretty straightforward. It's, of course, the visors. The two long pieces are the front, and then the two shorter pieces are the rear. And then we've got our mounting brackets that go inside the window seal channel, as well as these little pop rivets, which I'm going to give you guys a warning right now. They are very easy to lose, and so you definitely don't want to mishandle these, because I did another Civic the other day, and a buddy of mine dropped one, and I think we spent like 2 hours trying to find it. So just be aware of that. There's some alcohol wipes up there in the corner that we need to wipe the surfaces of the door prior to sticking the 3M adhesive that holds everything together. Now the other thing that's worth mentioning, guys, is that the visors that are wrapped in blue are the right hand side, and the ones in white are for the driver's side. The idea here when we're doing the installation is that we're going to get our ruler, and we're going to measure 60 millimeters out from the edge of this mirror sash, right? Which, okay, let's just take a look here. 60 millimeters is 6 centimeters. So just right here, we're going to measure from this corner, and our edge of our bracket, first bracket, is going to be approximately here, and then the other one is going to be 145 millimeters out from the door trim sash, which will bring us to 14.5 centimeters, which, again, the edge of the bracket goes there. And these are just approximations, because what's going to happen is that we're going to have to do a little bit of micro adjusting as we do the installation. Now, to get the window seal out, it's pretty easy. You just kind of got to get your fingernails underneath here by pulling on the glass lip and then just gently tugging down, and you can actually just see it kind of come out like this. So I'm going to take our ruler again, measure out 60 millimeters from the edge. So I'm going to land right around here, right in the spot. So I'm going to take our little bracket and look at the shape of it. We're going to put that into the window channel and then just push our window seals back in to the channel. You want from the edge here to the edge of our bracket, and that's 60 millimeters. We're going to land at 14.5 centimeters, which is right here, and then take our clip and install it into the window channel and then tuck it back in. Verify your measurements. That 14.5 millimeter goes to the edge from the door to the edge of this bracket. And we're going to unwrap the passenger side visor. And the reason why we're doing this is that we're just going to do an initial alignment of this piece. So I'm just going to place it onto the window and line it up to the edge of the door, like this shiny piece here. And we just want to make sure that our brackets match up properly. And so you can kind of play around with it a bit. Here's that bracket from the edge of the door, right here, up to here, 14.5. And just make sure the brackets line up. Okay? And if you're happy with the clearance on the edge of the door and where the bracket's going to be, then you're going to go down towards the front and line up that second bracket, just like that. You can see there's a hole, you can see right through that. If you look at the back of the front passenger visor, there's one unified piece of 3M tape on the top edge, and then another one on the back edge, and then there's some yellow markings on the visor. We're going to peel this double-sided tape backing off on the edges, and we're going to attach some of that tape on. And the whole idea here is that the tape gives you a pull handle, where as you pop these pop pins in, that you just kind of peel this back a bit, and you can remove that double-sided tape off here, and then just press it against the body of the car. So what I'm going to do is prepare 2 pieces of tape. Again, this is vinyl electrical tape. It's fairly sticky. Painter's tape won't work because it doesn't stick very well. So I got 1, 2. Then what we want to do is carefully peel off the sticky tape backing. Just get that started. Now, just a word of caution, guys. I'm kind of working in confined quarters here in my garage. I've seen guys drop razor blades and then nail their car. So you might want to just not do this in a tight space like how I'm doing it now. Okay, so we've got our adhesive tape edge started here. So now I'm going to take the tape, I'm going to attach it on to the backing. And so the idea here, this is how it's going to work. As you pull the tape back, you're going to be exposing that double-sided tape. That's what the idea is. Okay, so make sure that it starts to peel like that, and then do the same for the long side. Okay, just like that. So that is ready. And then you can even wrap the tape just around the edge here, like so, so you can get access to it. And that's what that looks like in a ready state. You're going to take your alcohol wipe, and we're going to wipe where the tape is going to attach to the car. And so it's going to stick here and all along this edge. And this alcohol wipe is to remove any waxes and oils and residues so that you get maximum adhesion. Okay? Take 2 push pins. Again, be very careful you don't lose them. What we're going to do is we're going to line our visor holes up like this, and then insert the push pin. Now you want to use your finger, the third finger here, just to push up against this metal tab so that you bring that metal bracket right up to the back of the visor, and just push that into lock. Do the same for the front one. Seating it right down and pushing that pin in. So you can see here I've got this edge just in a hair, like maybe a 1/16 of an inch from the edge of the door. And I did that by design because I don't want this perfectly flush in case it catches on something. And it looks okay on the front here too, you can see. So now, next step here is carefully pull the visor up and remove the sticky tape. And look how that double-sided tape backing comes off, like that. Just pull, and then press firmly on the car. And then, to remove the top one, do the same. Push back a little bit to expose it. Now, if that tape came off the front like the way it did on mine just now, you can always go to the front of the visor and peel this double-sided tape off that way. Okay, so just like this. So you want to pull it back. Like so, and then press firmly onto the car. Now, it's ideal to install these visors in temperatures between 60 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's too hot, my understanding is that it messes around with the adhesive, and you certainly don't want to do it when it's too cold because then the adhesive just doesn't stick very effectively. The other thing too is that based on Honda's instructions is that you don't want to wash or get this visor wet for at least 24 hours. Okay, so now we're going to do the rear passenger side. And the instructions say 145 millimeters from this plastic trim back to the edge of the bracket. Brings us to right about here. Let me just like that. And then from the rear edge, right here, is going to be 60 millimeters, or 6 centimeters. So, from that corner, here is 6 centimeters. Make sure that's all put back right. We're going to take the rear right blue piece and then just do a test fitting on the door using a similar gap that I did for the front ones on the leading edge, and then adjusting my little bracket accordingly to get the desired fit. We're going to peel off the backing tape slightly, and on this one it's 1, 2, 3 pieces, so 3 pieces of electrical tape to get that off. Pre-peel the backing tape like that. Pre-peeled. Looks pre-peeled. Now again, attach some tape to help remove this double-sided tape easier. Tape it on the edge. On this edge, so the idea here is that as you peel this up, you see that it comes with it. Same thing here. Just like that. So using alcohol swab, prep the surfaces that will be adhered to. And guys, just a word of caution, when you're using these alcohol wipes, you don't need to scrub the crap out of this plastic finish on your hatchback or on any car. It can scratch. I mean, these are soft wipes, but still, there's no need for you to jam all this pressure on because you're just using the alcohol to dissolve the oils and waxes and residues that are on this trim that would inhibit the adhesion of the double-sided tape. Align the visor to the car. Again, just double checking the fitment pressing that bracket behind the visor, pressing firmly to lock it down, and then making any micro adjustments. Just like that. Okay, so I'm happy with the fit. I'm going to carefully pull this back, peeling off that adhesive backing tape. You can see it come out like this. And then before I press down, I'm going to not make the same mistake I did earlier. And then peel the long edge tape. And just pulling back on the visor just slightly to give it some room to peel off. And then again, same thing for this final piece of tape. Pulling back. Like so. And then that's done. Apply pressure to the visor for 30 seconds. So once everything is installed and you've firmly pressed up against the visors to make sure that that adhesive strip is fully pressed into the frame of the door, that it's a good idea to just go around the vehicle one more time and just give that adhesive strip, or where it's located under the visor, another few good presses to ensure that you've got maximum coverage and adhesion to the door. Now, because these visors have a little bit of dust from the packaging and from my sweaty hands installing them, then I'm just going to take a little bit of this cleaning wax, or just detailing wax, and just spray that onto a cloth, and then give the visors a quick wipe down, just to eliminate any fingerprints and to shine them all up. Well, there you have it. I think it looks pretty darn good. Now I can actually open my windows when there's rain out, or if I just want to crack it open in the hot sun, that no one would actually be able to tell if the windows were opened a slight bit. So I hope you guys found this video useful and informative. If you like my video, consider giving me a thumbs up, and also leave me some comments, and also consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching.